You will be asleep profound in Colombian wild, walk on paths how breeze via which was one day a not go region, and consuming main meal prepared in a homemade stove. If how sounds attractive, perhaps a remain at the Farc Inn is for thou. If you wish to expertise lifetime as it was lived by the members of the greatest leftward wing partisan strength in the West Brain Hemisphere, negative the guns and the battles in the safety forces, you will quickly be capable to. Ex-members of the Revolutionist Gunman Forces of Colombia, Farc, are house in for such needing to get a flavor of partisan lifetime in an region how one day was one of their strongholds. The insurgent team signed a world transactions by the government in November 2016 by that largest of its fighters include demobilized. By the treaty, each demobilized Farc insurgent receives 620,000 Colombian pesos, $215, £160, a monthly for 2 years to assist them do the transfer in citizen lifetime. Lot ex-mob include utilized the cash to set up company operatives in the areas they utilized to monitoring. Copetatiba Gran Mapas, large world company operative, is one of them and is over the plans for the Farc Inn. Anew Lopez, a ex-Farc block captain, is ecstatic on the draft. We've made it in our own force, with the main pay we get, he says. The outcome is a story house they include named Casa Verde, verdant building, in link to both of its verdant walls and the behalf of the ex-Farc staff. It is arranged close the village of La Guajira, in East Meta Provincial, a ex-fortress of the Farc wherever many decades of former rebels are now relying in a learning and de-integration camping set up by the regulation of the World Treaty. The former rebels expect how one day completed. The inn will ensure their major resource of revenue, complemented by which they can do by increasing of bananas, avocados and some vegetables and fruit on earth they include least. Mr. Lopez says the gravity of the inn will be to do the expertise as lifelike as probable. We will construct main shacks, love the ones we utilize to dwell in a plasticity leaf, several hand foliage and a net, he says. Though guests who importance convenience above complete submersion in the insurgent expertise can select to remain in rooms in the major Casa Verde house. The inn will as well include a small restaurant serving dishes that were usually prepared by the mob such as the grain-based grilled flat cake canc harina farina and the hydrocarbon-heavy partisan ris, that is braised in grilled paste. Mr. Lopez is confident how the inn will show a hit in tourists although his industry schedule does not expand really far for the fundamentals so distant. The ex-mob in the learning and de-integration camping, one of 26 set up about the nation to assist easy their transfer in citizen community, could do in a increase. On part of such who arriving there a year ago include with leftward the camping. All arriving there in a lot of waiting but at passé in period, explains Mr. Lopez. Several went behind to their families, other went looking for job and we don't very aware wherever the otherwise went. With the Farc signed the world transactions, dissenter groups include been springy up and Mr. Lopez says he cannot guideline out how several of such who leftward may include united one of such groups. Thou can vary just monitoring human beings time they are there, but following they keep he's difficult to aware which they will make, the ex-captain says. We just aware how to job and how to do warfare, he says of his comrade ex-mob. How is why the successful of projects love the Farc Inn is key for the ex-mob reintegration. We can job overnight and date, but if we don't include a location to job, which are we imaginary to make, he asks. For currently, he and his ex-comrades at arms include located their bets on the inn Casa Verde. Their expect, and how of lot Colombians, is how it will really ensure them in lot of job.